Hello and welcome everyone to an exciting episode of Corvette Northwest. Now the Corvette has been produced since 1953, making the Vette one of the most popular sports cars of all time. Here's a few facts that every Corvette enthusiast should know. The first Corvette with V8 power. Although the very first production Corvette hit the streets in 1953, Chevy wouldn't replace its inline six-cylinder engine until 1955. That year, Chevy debuted its optional 265 cubic inch small block V8. First Corvette coupe. All Corvettes produced from 1953 to 1962 were convertibles. Then the C2 Corvette debuted in 1963 with two body types, a convertible and a coupe with the famous split rear window. It was popular. Of the 21,513 Corvettes built that year, 10,594 were split window coupes. The first Corvette with independent rear suspension. This was also 1963, the sports car's 10th year of production. The C2 became the first Corvette with an independent rear suspension. The design incorporated a transverse leaf spring, and it has remained a part of Corvette's suspension design for the last 55 years. The first Corvette with fuel injection. In 1957, Chevy enlarged the Corvette's small block from 265 cubic inches to 283. Three versions were available, including the top-of-the-range Fuelie, with the ramjet mechanical fuel injection system. It was rated at 1 horsepower per cubic inch, a big deal at the time, and was the first fuel injection production Corvette. The first Corvette with disc brakes. Although the Jaguar C-Type and D-Type won the 24 Hours at Le Mans in 1950 with disc brakes, Chevy wouldn't add the technology to the production Corvette until 1965. Four-wheel discs became standard that year, but some buyers still insisted on the drums and received a $64.50 credit. The first big block Corvette. Chevy also gave us the first big block Corvette in 1965, the L78, a 396 cubic inch V8 with an iron block and heads, an aluminum intake manifold, solid lifters, and a Holley carburetor. It cost $292 at the time and was installed in 2,157 Corvettes. With 425 horsepower, it was the most powerful Corvette up to the time. The first Corvette with triple carburation. The first production Corvette with triple carburation was the very first Corvette in 1953. The sports car's 150 horsepower, 235 cubic inch Blue Flame 6, which remained through 55, drank through 3 one-barrel carbs. Triple carbs with 3 two-barrel units then returned in 1967 with the optional Tri-Power 427 big block. The L68 rated at 400 horsepower and the L71 rated at 435 horsepower. The first Corvette with dual quads. In 1956, Zora Arkus Duntov was putting his fingerprint on the Corvette and increased its performance. Although the Corvette had used multiple carburations since 1953, in 1956, its first dual quad V8 rated at 225 horsepower. It was a $172 option. The first Corvette with T-tops. Every Corvette built from 68 to 82 had T-tops. The removable panels were fiberglass and body colored until 78, when a tinted glass option was available. The first Corvette Stingray. Stingray was first used on the 1963 Corvette and remained through the C2 generation. The C3 debuted in 1968 without the Stingray name, but it reappeared on the fenders in 69 as a one word. Stingray. It would remain there until 76. The first Corvette with an aluminum block. Every new Corvette is powered by an all-aluminum engine, but the first production Corvette to use this weight-saving technology was a 1969 ZL1 model. Chevy built two, one yellow and one white, with the aluminum ZL1 427 big block. The engine was rated at 435 horsepower, but the big port heads and the 12.5 to 1 compression ratio, everyone knew that was baloney. Chevy only put this engine in the 69 Camaro. First Corvette with a functional hood scoop. Functional ram air systems, drawing air from outside the engine compartment to feed the engine cooler and denser air, became popular in muscle cars in the 60s, and most systems used a hood scoop. The first Corvette with a functional hood scoop was the 67 model with the L88 427. Only 20 were produced. The Stinger scoop on the other big block Corvettes looked the same but wasn't functional. Well, that's just a few Corvette facts. Thank you for stopping by. Like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. We'll catch you on the next one. Corvette Northwest, bringing my love of Corvettes to YouTube.